Hi, good morning. My name is Yoko-Mia and today I will be doing my Food 2602 Food Practical 2, my year module. My student number is 22019839. This is my kitchen. Question 2.3 in my project, I will be preparing and deboning a chicken with stuffing. So for this, you need a bone chicken, approximately 1 kg. I have a 1.3 kg bone chicken. Then you will need 1 onion. You will need mushrooms and a garlic clove. You will need some oil and some butter. You will also need some breadcrumbs and an egg, and you will need some mixed herbs such as chives, parsley, rosemary, and thyme. And I have mixed herbs as well, spice as well. And you will also need some salt and some pepper, black pepper. For my mirepoix that will be going with the deboned chicken, I'll be using an onion, carrots, and celery. These are all the ingredients that I will be using in order to make my deboned chicken with stuffing. Preparing the mirepoix that will be going with the roast chicken. So for that, I'll be needing a carrot, an onion, and some celery. I'm just cutting the ends. Okay, we're gonna cut carrots one more tiny. Half this way, half that way, and then this side be a nice slicing option. We'll be needing 175 grams onions, 90 grams carrot, and 90 grams celery. I'll be measuring them off now after I prepare them. So I need about 90 grams carrots, and that is about 3/4 cups. So let's put 3 cups of carrots one side. One, we'll put it here. 2, 3. 3/4 cups carrots, also 90 grams of carrots. So now I will be preparing the onion for the mirepoix. Now I will be adding my diced onions to set aside. That is 90 grams, which is about 3/4 cups. So let's put 3/4 cups. Okay. 1, 2, 3/4 cups. I will be dicing out my celery. I'm going to take about 3 celery sticks because we need 175 grams, which is 285 milliliter cups and 1/4 cup. So let's dice it up. First thing I'm going to do is cut straight down the middle. Right, and then once I cut down the middle, cut down the sides in a dicing motion. Maybe like this, so you can see. Now I'll be using my onion in my mirepoix. I'll be taking 1 onion and dicing it up. You do this by cutting off the sides. Cut off the sides. I like to cut it here on the side a little bit just to take off that layer. Okay, now dispose of this of the itself. Let's put 2 half cups in first, the celery. Okay, 1, 2, and 1/4 cup. Now I have my mirepoix ready, which is 175 grams of celery, 90 grams onion, 90 grams carrot. So now I will be making the bread stuffing for the deboned chicken. I'm going to use half a onion that I did dice earlier on already, and then I will be using 100 grams mushrooms, which is half a cup of mushrooms, and 1 garlic clove as well, 50 milliliters oil, as well as 50 milliliters butter, and 200 milliliters of breadcrumbs, which is 75 grams, 1 egg, and my mixed herbs, which is my chives, my parsley, my rosemary, and my thyme. I will be dicing up the mushrooms, half a cup of mushrooms. Now I will be crushing and mincing 1 garlic clove. Okay, I'll be throwing this in the pan. That is 1 garlic clove minced. So now that my mushrooms are cut up, I'm going to put aside half a cup of mushrooms. Okay, now I will be deboning the chicken. The first thing we have to do is cut off the chicken's head over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. 1, 2. And that is how you cut the chicken's head off. Now I'm going to cut off the chicken's legs. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, maybe just one more. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to cut off his wings. Alright, now I'm going to make some incisions in the middle. I'm going to start by cutting him open over here. And then on the other side, same thing. So now that I've cut away some of the bones, I'm going to trim alongside the bone to cut away any meat. So you just keep cutting alongside over here too. Okay, just trim here along the bone. You see how the fat is separated from the bone. Once it's all completely separated, I will pull it out. Okay, now I am going to pull it out. So I have pulled it out. Let's get rid of a few of the intestines and the rest of that. Okay, I'm just removing the bone. And I'll be doing the same thing to the other one, the other side. So I have finished deboning the chicken. This is all the carcass over here that I'm left with, that I took out from the chicken. This is an Asian chicken because I am currently in Cambodia. So these Asian chickens don't really have as much meat on them. So I will be throwing in the oil to saute the mushrooms, onions, dried herbs, and butter. So we will be needing 1, 2. And now I'm going to put my stove on. Now I'm going to put my stove on for medium low. With that 50 milliliters of oil, allow that to heat up a little bit, and I'm also going to add 50 milliliters of butter as well. This is about 50 milliliters of butter. I'm now going to add it and wait till that melts before I add my onion and mushrooms and egg and breadcrumbs and tomatoes. Now I am going to throw in half an onion and saute it. Continue to check on your onions to make sure that they are browning nicely before adding in the rest of the ingredients. Moving around a little bit. Now I will be adding the garlic and 100 grams mushrooms. Mix it well and let them all saute together. So here I have my mixed herbs, 2 milliliters of each. I have 2 milliliters rosemary, 2 milliliters parsley, 2 milliliters thyme, and 2 milliliters chives. Okay, I'm going to add all of that now with the sauteed mushrooms, onion, and garlic. And mix it all together. It will have a very strong rich smell. Now I'm going to add some black peppercorns, which I have already chopped up for some flavor. And then some salt as well for a little bit of flavor. And I'm just going to mix that all in, and then now I'm going to add 200 milliliters breadcrumbs and an egg and mix it together with a spoon. Add a little bit, mix it. Some more. Now I'm going to add the egg and mix the egg into the mixture. Right, now that my mixture is done, I've mixed everything together. I also have my milk wall ready and prepped. Add in the breadcrumbs. What you're going to do is you're going to take the stuffing and you're just going to place it all over the chicken, distribute it nice and evenly. Okay, so I'm just going to pat and massage the stuffing in all over the chicken. Right, now that the stuffing has been evenly distributed over the boneless chicken, I'm now going to roll it up, wrap it, and put it in the fridge overnight, where tomorrow morning I will be putting it in the oven. So I have just rolled up the chicken with the stuffing inside, and now I am going to tie the rope around it, the butcher's rope around it. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, I've tied it diagonally, going to tie it horizontally a few times now to secure it that way. So now I will be wrapping the deboned chicken that has been stuffed now and be putting it in the fridge to chill overnight. There is my deboned chicken stuffed and rolled, ready to be put in the fridge to chill overnight. I'm going to put it over there in the fridge to chill overnight. So it is the next day, and I'm going to now put the oven on by preheating it to 230 degrees. Let's put it on for about 50 minutes. 230 degrees. So we'll just preheat that for a bit for about 15 minutes. As you can see, it is at 230 degrees. Right, so I just unwrapped the chicken now, and I am currently melting the butter in the pan. I'll be throwing it all over into the baking tray along with my beurre before putting it in the oven at about 230 degrees for 50 minutes. Right, now I'm going to line my baking tray with some foil. You want to get it nice and covered so that it doesn't leak out anywhere. Right, now that I have placed my foil covering my baking tray, I'm going to put the chicken in the middle. Okay, I have placed the chicken in the middle. I'm going to now cover the chicken with some melted butter. Alright, after I've placed the melted butter, I'm going to add my mirepoix, which would be my carrot, my onions, my celery. Now I'm going to close it up to make a pocket, but not completely close it. Now I'm going to add just a pinch of salt and some black pepper, freshly ground black pepper. And then what I'm going to do is create a pocket. Now I'm going to put this in the oven for 50 minutes at 230 degrees before I turn it down for 45 to 60 minutes at about 150 degrees Celsius. Actually 165 degrees. (230 degrees) for about 15 minutes. I'm about to flip the chicken in the oven and baste it with the juices. So let's just put it out here. Keep that nice. Okay, now I'm going to flip it to the top, to the pan. And then I'm just going to take some of the mirepoix and throw it over, cover it up again. And that is going to go back into the oven for another 30 minutes at the same temperature, which is 165. Okay, 30 minutes at 165. My chicken is now done, so I will be taking it out of the oven. Okay. That is the deboned chicken finished. Now I'm going to cut the stuffed deboned chicken. And now I'm going to, this is my mushroom risotto from earlier on. I put some oil in a bowl just to make it ease up when I cook it over. And now I'm just going to add some grated parmesan over it. Okay, finish the mushroom risotto. Pairing this with the deboned chicken. Okay, I'm going to plate it now. Okay. And now I'm going to plate the deboned chicken. Right, now that I have plated the mushroom risotto, I'm going to add my deboned chicken. And then I'm going to take my mirepoix and add some of my mirepoix. And now that I've added that, I'm going to add a little bit of parmesan over. Okay, I am going to add a little bit of parmesan over. And then I will drizzle a little bit of olive oil. And a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. And that is my deboned chicken with stuffing and a mushroom risotto with a mirepoix on the side. Here is the deboned stuffed chicken with my mushroom risotto and the mirepoix on the side. There is a garnished with parsley and some chive.